Back to the Springs Radio Real Estate Show. I'm Cheryl Garlock with Colorado Front Range Properties. So glad you could tune in today. Now, I was just talking about buying homes and whether you are renting or thinking about buying a home. If you're new to this process here, there's a great guidebook again at coloradospringsbesthomes.com. You want this. Just scroll down to the bottom of the homepage right below the panoramic image and you'll see some little different sources of guidebooks. There's one that is called A Guide for Home Buyers. It's called The Home Buying Process, Keys to Your Success. Lots of great tips in there for you to go ahead. It's a free ebook. You can it's really quick and easy. Great worksheets for you to think about what it is that you're looking for in a home, that kind of a thing, how the home buying process works, some key things on negotiation strategies. It's just an introduction. Then you know what you want to do? That's right. Pick up the phone and call me. 719-321-7600. And, you can email me as well. And if you want to send me a text, I'm good. I take it all, don't I, Lisa?
You get it all, girl.
I'm trying anyway. So Lisa Hernandez with Bear Creek Mortgage is joining us here now. And Lisa has been telling me about some great think outside the box type of mortgages. And I know, being in the industry that I am in, that we are starting to loosen up a little bit on certain areas. And I had just read the other day that FHA, which is the Federal Housing Authority, and they are one of the largest bodies contributing to mortgages across the country, is really eager to go ahead and start sort of loosening the purse strings to let people buy more homes that otherwise couldn't. And I think you have a program available to take care of that maybe a lot of other lenders can't do that.
Right, Cheryl. So many lenders are just within those Fannie and Freddie and certain FHA and VA guidelines. I am a broker. As such, I can think out of the box, work with various lenders and wholesalers who can do different things. Interesting enough, we were just talking about the other day about doing a VA loan.
Right.
It was a VA loan with 1 year out after a bankruptcy on a manufactured home.
Wow.
So it's kind of all three things that were a little bit hard, and I was able to do it. So, and other lenders just wouldn't even touch it.
Oh, this is really, really great there. And I think that you're also able to touch some. I always try to tell people, really, if you go to one lender and the lender says, sorry, but you can't qualify, you're going to have to wait months or years or whatever till this gets done. You really owe it to yourselves. To go ahead and check with at least one or two other lenders, because they don't all have the same programs or the same exact rules and regulations. I mean, there's some basic standard ones that they have.
Right.
That's fairly across the board, but there are twists and turns and tweaks, if you will.
And just as you were saying, FHA is loosening up. They want homeowners to get in. We want to stimulate the economy by home buyers. So, and the more home buyers we get, then there are other services. It's a cyclical effect of what happens. So,
I think 9 out of 10 jobs touch real estate.
That's very true. So there's so much with it. So as such, this is another way to spur the economy. And we're trying to get these people in. I have programs as low as 560 on a credit score.
Wow.
On an FHA. Now, granted, that's not your typical 3.5% down. It's 10% down. But there are some circumstances where you can find that money. So, and I help you find that money, relative. I help you think out of the box. I never say no, ever.
Yeah.
I give you choices. And I think that's so important, because if you go to a bank, they're only going to give you what they have to offer. And they have a very, minimum, standard guideline that they have. Whereas with me, I try to create a plan and a structure on how you can get in.
Now that's really an important point there, the whole idea of creating the plan and creating the structure. And I'll tell you why I think that's important. Well, of course, Lisa, because you do it, but, I don't think a lot of consumers out there realize, that it's not just check this box, check that box, and submit, and hopefully that that's kind of like desktop underwriting.
Right.
That's what we call it, you guys, in the industry. It's kind of a quick, the computer generated program that says that, yeah, you can or you can't, you know.
Right.
What you really need is, and I think we see this more and more today, we need more and more situations where loan officers actually do think outside the box. We need people who can
You have to.
and work
You
for
have to.
companies and
So-
embrace those programs.
Because it's not a perfect business.
It
It's not
isn't.
a perfect world, and people have issues and they have family emergencies. I just had one where the child was abducted. So, in a horrible situation for a family. But, life happens. So,
Yeah.
and they had to drop everything. And they had to, and we're forgiving them on their mortgage. So,
Wow.
for their late, because life happens.
Right.
So, and you've got to understand that.
So, I sort of call this what in the business and the trade a little bit of common sense underwriting.
Yes, we're trying to go back to that.
Yeah, we're trying to go back to that. And I think I read a story.
Mhm.
I can't remember exactly where I read that there. But anyway, I read a story that the industry, the banking industry, has lost millions of dollars because they've tightened up so tight here, and that they would have made $1 million more if they had millions and millions of dollars more if they'd gone back to the era of underwriting that was in the early 2000s. So by the time 2008, if you were breathing, you got a loan. Okay, now we don't need to do that.
Right.
And we can't really do that. We need
Right.
to make common
We do-
sense
we
loans.
do need a balance.
We do need a
There's got to
balance.
be a balance, and there's got to be what they call compensating factors. And typically, I can always find a compensating factor. So
Absolutely.
There's something that proves them to be worthy of getting a mortgage.
So listen, I want you to know something, you guys. You need to go ahead and give this a shot. Now, Lisa, give everyone your phone number. What's the best phone number that they can contact you at?
My direct cell is 719-660-3485. My office is 719-591-1111.
Okay, and you guys, if those weren't enough numbers for you, you do know. Go to ColoradoSpringsBestHomes.com. You can always catch me there, or 719-321-7600. I'll always be glad to help you get in touch with the right people that you need to. Now, I only have just a minute here left, Lisa, here, but I wanted to mention a thing about hard money. Just tell them what that really is, and that, something about that.
Hard money is completely true, non-traditional guidelines. Literally private funds. So sourcing from private funds, and it's like old days, literally a handshake. Rates are typically higher, points are higher, but if there's enough equity in the deal, we can do it completely no credit, no income, nothing.
Wow. Okay, listen, you guys want to learn more about that, you definitely want to go ahead and take me up on that redrocksinstitute.com class that's called What You Need to Know About Rent-to-Own Programs, because we will be talking about hard money lending there as an option. It is just an option. It's just something for you to consider. So don't think bad. Find out first before you decide to, make a decision on what is good for you. Now, stay tuned for more from the Springs Radio Real Estate Show, because I've got some great properties coming up. And if you want to know where and how to get the most accurate data about homes available for sale or rent today, you want to stay tuned to the Springs Radio Real Estate Show. We'll be right back.